How's it going, Internet? This is Zachamus Prime, aka Zachamus Prime. And today I've got a third-party review for you, and this one's actually going to be pretty cool because not only is it a review of the Badcube OTS-01 Huff, their Engineer Huff, Huffer, whatever I'm trying to say, Huffer, but it's also kind of a comparison with the old OTS-01 Huff made by CubeX, which is what Badcube was before they became Badcube. There we go. So back in 2014, CubeX released. They had a couple little accessories that they released. Most notably, some guns for Masterpiece, or not Masterpiece, but the Leader Class movie Optimus Prime. And then they're like, we're gonna make a full figure. So they made this guy here under the CubeX name, and then they're just like, F it, we're gonna rename ourselves Badcube. And then they released their Brawn and Outback was the next two figures they released that year. But then they came back, and I guess they decided that they wanted to work on a Pipes. And since Pipes is basically this guy, they're like, we're going to do it. We're going to re-engineer it. We're going to make it better. And while we're doing that, we're going to remake this guy as well. And so they have two figures. They both are OTS-01 Huff. There's just this one's CubeX and this one's Badcube. And you can see that this kind of reflects a cultural shift in the third-party community. Sorry, just wiping that off. Where it used to be, and Mastermind Creations really emphasizes this, where they're like, okay, surface detail and all these greebles and complexity in the transformation. Whereas then Takara was like, we're going to give people figures that are they're still really well made figures that do everything they're supposed to do, but we're not going to make them needlessly complex, and we're going to simplify the physical structure of it, the physical appearance of it rather, to look more like it did in the animation. And I think that this reflects that because we've been seeing it in the third-party community as well. And so in vehicle mode, they are, this guy's a little smaller, this guy's a bit taller, this guy's a little shorter, this guy's a bit longer. They both are designed to fit with the MP10 trailer. This one does it without any issue whatsoever. Just plugs in and ta-da! It's all good to go. This other guy, you gotta shift this and move it around and turn that down and plug this into there and get everything aligned properly and make sure everything's tabbed properly and have a little energon and a lot of luck, and then it kind of fits in there, kind of, I don't know, but it's janky, man. It's janky and I don't like it. It's janky and I don't like it, and it doesn't really work that great. I'm just going to pretend it works. I'm pretending it's working, but if you notice, these tires aren't even moving because it's holding it up too high. I don't know. It works, but I don't think it's executed all that well. And to be perfectly honest, this is a decent figure. I'm not even going to say that it's not, but I do appreciate what they did in their design intentions with this. And let me shift on over to robot mode to do that. And just to show you what I mean, I'm going to quickly transform this guy up on screen just to emphasize this transformation. Once I get to this guy, you'll see there's a big difference in terms of transformation, in terms of design intention, and it really comes out in the figure. So let me see. Let's go like this. Put that up. Put that in. Put that back down. Up. In. Back down. Extend that. Which way is my front? That's the front. I'm trying to do this quickly, but I'm also trying to do this carefully because I'm borrowing this from a friend of mine. And the last thing I want to do is come back to him and be like, yeah, so you know that that CubeX Huff that I borrowed from you? It's kind of broken. Yeah, that's the last thing I want to do, so I'm trying to be careful. This is kind of fun. These like move around. I guess to simplify, to like visually simplify that, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know, because there's so many other like, you know, the like greebles and complications built into it already. Like, what's the point of simplifying that one part and then like, oh, by the way, surface detail galore. I don't know. It's kind of a fun little thing that it does. I can't deny that. Okay. Slide that up. Push those in. Put that down. We're getting somewhere. Yeah. Reveal the head. Put these in. Twist that around. Close that up. Alright. Now we're going to slide. And slide. Put those up and then press it back down. That tabs those suckers in. That up. That should lock all of that in place. Alrighty, and there is that dude. I feel like I'm missing something. I'm not. I'm not missing anything at all. Wait, I am. There we go. Get those knees in the right position. This guy's been standing on a shelf for 3 years, and yet he still feels like his hip, especially this hip here, is just a little loose. Alright, so let's put that guy off to the side for a little bit. Because you'll find that there is definitely just, it's a big difference, and it's a fun difference. Because, well, I'll get into it in just a second. So for this guy here, to transform this guy, we're going to start with the legs again. We're going to pop these out. Untab this. Untab this. Pull out this. This is actually his gun. A much smaller gun, but you know, you gotta have small guns too. Small guns matter. Open. Toes. This tire like folds up and folds in, and then that's that. Up, in, close, fold, tab. That's that. The fists just pop out of these. I'm going to turn these down. For what? What? And then open this up. These guys go inside like so. close this, and then open this part. That goes up. The wheels get folded back and slide down. Back, slide down. Put that back down. Put the arms up. Click that back into place, and then this whole piece compresses down. And it's all on this one piece of this one tab right here. So you gotta make sure that you're not pushing here. Make sure you're pushing here when you do it. That just slides all that in. Goes back in. And there he is done. Took me like half the time. And that is one of the things that I want to point out, at least from an engineering perspective, is that if you've got two things that do the same thing, right? Same robot, same vehicle. If you've got two things that do the same thing, the one that's simpler is pretty conclusively better, in that if it's simpler, it's got less points of failure, it's got less things that can go wrong. And you know, I've had a number of third-party figures that have had things that go wrong, but I can really just appreciate that philosophy. Anyhow, a couple things I want to point out. First of all, you'll notice that the colors are really different on these guys. This is a brighter blue, darker blue, brighter orange, darker orange, brighter grayish blue, darker grayish blue. Even the silver is darker on this guy, lighter on this guy. And so this guy just kind of has this more like anime vibrant pop, whereas this guy is more of a, you know, nitty gritty, more of a realism type of a figure. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you which one's better than the other one, because, you know, that's all a matter of opinion. Opinions are something that each and every one of us hold, and, you know, what may be my opinion is not going to be your opinion. You know, the things that I look for in a Transformer may not be the things that you look for in a Transformer. If you want a figure that has, you know, a level of complexity and a level of surface detail and a level of, you know, gritty realism, then, you know, this is going to be the one for you. Whereas if you prefer a figure that has a more vibrant look and a more simpler look and a more simpler execution, this is going to be the one for you. I can tell you straight up that that this figure stands on the shelf a bit better, because a lot of this guy ends up on the back here, and you know, if you're careful with him, of course you can get him to stand, and you can probably even get him to pose around a bit. But you got to worry about this back a lot, because this is a significant amount of mass for this guy. Whereas for this guy, in addition to having a lot less here, because even though like the wheels fold up in the backpack and the fist covers fold up in the backpack, and even the backpack folds up into the backpack, it's all pretty lightweight, compared with, there are 3 pieces of die cast in his feet and legs, and that gives him like this guy's, oh hey, I forgot to do that. This guy's center of balance is about right here on his upper thighs, whereas on this guy, his center of balance is like closer to his upper back, you know, and it's farther to the back of the figure as well. So he is literally back heavy, whereas this guy is more foot heavy, and that just makes him so that, you know, that he can do more weird things, because we all like Transformers that do weird things, you know, and he's just stable about it. So personally, I prefer this figure, and not only is it out right now, so it's going to be easier to get a hold of, I think it's designed really well. I think it does pretty much everything that this figure does, but it does like a lot of it, if not all of it, better. But you know, opinions being what opinions are, everybody can have their own opinions about their own stuff. But yeah, I think that pretty much sums it up. I'm going to put this guy carefully back in his little plastic baggie and give it back to my buddy. But anyhow, so this has been Zachamus Prime with a vid review, and everybody be good to each other.